Hey everybody, back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and it is episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. This was an all-new case that was added to the Nintendo DS port to, in part, entice Japanese players who had already played the Game Boy Advance version to pick up a new copy of the game. For us international players, however, we just always had this one. But you're going to notice some new gimmicks in this episode that weren't in the previous episodes that cater to the new platform. The DS was a much more powerful console than the Game Boy Advance. It had touchscreen controls, so we'll be doing like fingerprinting and luminol testing. There's a video portion where we gotta watch a tape and rewind it and play it back over and over again. A lot of gamers actually don't like that part of the episode, but I think it's fun as hell. There's some 3D stuff in here. There's some polygonal stuff where we, in particular, the evidence. We get to examine evidence in a way that's more similar to the later games in the series, such as the Great Ace Attorney, which I just played not too long ago. You get to like turn evidence around, open stuff up, look inside, all sorts of neat stuff. There's one point where there's an item that's broken and we got to put it back together. This is also the longest episode of the trilogy. I guess Shu Takame thought that this game was a little short compared to the two sequels, so he tacked on a case that balloons the size of the first Phoenix Wright game considerably. This is going to be like taking cases 3 and 4 that I just played and mashing them together into a big super episode. The artwork in this episode is also different. It's done by a different person. It's noticeable mainly in that the new characters are a little more detailed than the older ones. It's really noticeable on the DS version because in that version, the new graphics are made for the DS, but they're still intermingling with the Game Boy Advance graphics, and it's really noticeable. It'd be kind of like if you were playing Super Castlevania and a character from Symphony of the Night just wandered into the screen. So it's a little bit of a disconnect. It's not bad, though. Less noticeable here. Anyway, let's jump into this. This is going to be a really long one. It's episode 5, Rise from the Ashes, and it starts now. It was a dark and stormy night. A shot rang out. A door slammed. The maid screamed. A ship appeared on the horizon. And a murder. Already, the 3D stuff, which is unlike any other episode in the trilogy. And part of this case is that there's a murder, but there are 2 crime scenes, and we have to figure out where the murder actually takes place. That actually occupies a good portion of the first half of this episode. But anyway, that's the setup. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright & Company Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer, works here. So you are the coffee boy? Oh, that is a reference to Ace Attorney 3. I didn't catch that before. Just put that one in your pocket and keep it for later. That'll come up in a little while. I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yeah, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. Wow, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. There's this guy Grossberg down the way. You may want to... Please! I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Oh, shit. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Okay, one of the reasons that this is my favorite episode of the trilogy is that for once we don't have a psychic medium with us. Instead, we have a real, honest-to-goodness forensic investigator. So there's no summoning or using magatomas or anything like that. We just have someone who just does real scientific forensic work, and I like that. That's what a murder game should be all about. Scientific investigator, eh? Let's have a talk. You and I. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator. I tell you, you're already a breath of fresh air over my last partner. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just, I don't know, young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. You are young. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. Okay, let's talk about the case. So what's this about? What's this case about? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Let's find out. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Uh-oh. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? No, Phoenix, no! They died in a car accident when I was little. God damn it, Phoenix. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's change the subject. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Oh, absolutely. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Alright, let's get a move on. Detention center. February 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. So sorry, ma'am. It's your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year? Hmm? Understood, ma'am. Well, what was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? But look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey! How do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. Well, you couldn't have heard too much because we were only in one case together. I'm sorry, what exactly is it you do here? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? The chief prosecutor, no less. 2 sisters, 1 lawyer, 1 cup. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like the Fays. Except they're like the bizarro version of the Fays. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Alright, let's talk. There's something you should know from the start. Which is? The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Well, wait! But the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't we begin by you telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car. Trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. He wasn't wearing a green trench coat, was he? A detective. Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor, eh? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this. I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? She was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? Always read certain lines wrong. You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Hot. Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. Right, that's what it was. I was the best there was. Oh, I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. What? You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm gonna find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Oh, okay. Okay, let's get a move on to the new location. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes, right? I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? I knew it was him. But partner? I love this guy. What do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them dogies tied up, partner. But Mr. Marshall? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that, Ombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Hey, let's, well, I see something here already. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Well, wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. I am called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Okay. Oh, look! I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of the enter. I'm not using the keyboard. I'm using a controller. This game is weird that way. Okay. Open her up. This is an ID card. Now, the part of the graphics are still in low res, so they're really blurry. Even so, we can read it, so it's not like they couldn't have resed it. It says Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 8675309. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID. Oh, I'm sorry, 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Okay, now that we can do that, I believe we can look at the badge too. Yep. See, there's... So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Actually, there's a case coming up later where that might be called into question, but anyway. Is there nothing else? Nope, that's it. Okay. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Oops, no clue here. Here we go. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? Aha! The theory of relativity. What, huh? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that's what his name was? Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You could see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. I scored 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. No! There we go. Aha! A ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here, a phone! Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What's she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Okay. Can we go back to the... tedious. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in that drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. This wall is in our way. It's not a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Okay. Alright, back over here. Oh, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body inside her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon and Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, but just keep your paws off my claim. Right. Great. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be... You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you? Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passersby. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up queen? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you know. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Oh, this is our witness. Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. I'm sorry, Phoenix is talking. Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Okay. Actually, I want to examine something. Excuse us for a moment. Or you're not going to let me... Oh, they're not going to let me do it. Alright, I'll talk to you. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for the king of prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really, what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I kept wanting to say fantastic. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still ring in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Alright. Angel. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxed lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Trilobite? Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room, rather, here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Okay. Can I move? Yeah, it's not gonna let me... I want to go over here. I saw something. Okay, I guess I gotta present something. Take that. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, 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 this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me because... Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme Lunchbox? Wow, wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. What am I supposed to do? Can I examine? Let me examine. Not stuck, am I? No, that's not possible. I can't. I already presented the ID card. Talked about everything. Oh, I guess I should go up to the High Prosecutor's office. I'll come back for that thing on the ground later. I think I know where we are. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look. There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, No. It was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder. A body was found in this nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Okay, let's talk. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? after you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do it. She didn't do that. I mean, wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now remember, you've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, whoa. What did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? And the cat is awake. You're probably going to hear her in a minute, if you don't already. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence... I'm sorry, Edgeworth talking. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze statue? There's got to be a story behind that one. Okay, before we move on, we're gonna take a look around the room. This is a costume that will come up later. Not in this episode, but in a later game. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek where he's start over. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and the little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. Okay. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just get a picture of Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take the name plaque as a souvenir. Don't! He'll sue you. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wendy, is she Edgeworth's fiance? I don't think so. Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact to the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Whoa. These are all case files. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords are really sharp edges. And check out the poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Now, I've heard people kind of question what the hell's going on with the chessboard here. I'm not too up on my chess, but it does seem like if there's only a pawn left on the one side, then the other side is already won. In fact, someone pointed out that there's no king on this board. Like, there's only a queen, a knight, and like a couple of these other. So, I don't know. Anyway, I believe that's everything in the room. Alright, let's talk. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. But mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person. I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in my toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Okay, let's try presenting some stuff. Starting with this. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. But Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Edgeworth? Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Shut up! But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Alright. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you. He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Okay, so is that it? I guess we can move back to the garage. Can we examine? Are you gonna... Come on! I need to get back to the car. Damn it. Okay, let's move back to the High Prosecutor's office. There's nothing else to talk about. Did I present my badge? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Okay. Let's make one last little pass through the room, make sure there's nothing else. Oh. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King? King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? Oh, it was Phoenix who said that last night. I get mixed up. So that K, that's... K stands for King. Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record. Alright. I can examine it again. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Maybe we should ask him. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yeah, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Okay. Ah, there we go. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got this shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, this guy. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department. Did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir? But sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you, sir. I wasn't aware of the particular... Give me your name. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains, and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. God, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down, at least. Alright, actually, I'm going to cut it right there, because this is a long chapter. I'm not even going to wait for the chapter break, so we're going to save. And I will see you next time for more of Rise from the Ashes. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.